Hey guys and welcome. This is going to be a little video explaining each of the coins that we trade and how risky they are, as well as a little bit of background information about the coins and some simple technical analysis on each of them. Taking a look now at Cardano and Tether US. Cardano itself is running on, it's a proof of stake blockchain platform, so it was running on its own blockchain, and it's based on peer-reviewed research and evidence-based methods. It's basically there to provide the most secure, sustainable, and scalable blockchain out there. They've just released their new testnet to test their new operations. They've recently been very bullish in the technical aspects of things, and they are a huge contender to be one of the future great crypto platforms and blockchains out there, rivaling Ethereum and Bitcoin. In their technicals, they recently reached a new all-time high up here. So what's interesting about this all-time high is that now it is forming a very nice triangle at the top here, and that is a bullish continuation pattern. So we'd be expecting price to break out above here, a grid to be opened in the middle of it so that we can capitalize on the move upwards through our trades. Overall, looking very positive for Cardano at the moment. Can't really complain with how it's doing. Taking a look now at Algorand and their solution for future finance based on the blockchain. They're basically a platform and protocol based on the co-chains and advanced smart contracts blockchains, which allow users to deploy their own tokens, NFTs, which would be pegged relatively closely to the Algorand value, as well as create stable coins in different securities and currencies. The ability to create new financial tools based on cryptocurrency is very interesting, and yeah, much like other networks, their coin algo is its value is based on the validity of transactions within their blockchain. So on a 4-hour chart, we've seen some interesting results here. This is what looked like what should have been a head and shoulders reversal, but we've actually seen that being rejected and the bullish momentum has continued. I would be hesitant at the top here to watch for a double top in this zone, just because it meets up with an important level of resistance here, as well as this top here. So it's coming up to a very important level to watch out for. Moving on now to Alice coin, and specifically the game associated with it, My Neighbor Alice. This is a unique token because it's effectively running on an NFT game, where you sort of buy your own land and build an island and sort of farm and trade in-game assets. And these in-game assets can actually earn you the Alice token, which is obviously paired against USDT on the chart. You can sell NFTs in the form of the game items to gain capital from that. All in all, the price of Alice is dictated by the economy of the game, so it's quite a unique token in that sense. As you can see here when looking at the technicals, we have recently had a death cross here, but we are at this double bottom here and here. So we could be expecting that after this retrace, we see a move back up, again challenging this high up here. It's not looking like there are any bearish patterns here that I can see, so this bullish trend upwards is likely to continue. Moving on to Avalanche and the AVAX token that's associated with it. So Avalanche is effectively a platform where users can customize and launch their own blockchains, as well as build decentralized apps. MATIC is a notable user, Polygon, of this service, as well as GRT Graph, and as well as Trust Token. It is a proof of stake protocol, meaning that users will stake their tokens in a liquidity pool, and that will be what affects the price of AVAX. So, on the technical side, seen a large bull run up here. What we're seeing now is this consolidation / retracement phase, in the form of this bullish flag or channel. So what we would be expecting to do is place a grid in an entry here, with a range of top and probably here, to capitalize on all of the retracement possible, and until we reach the following high. Looking here at Barnbridge and its bond token. Bond runs on the Ethereum network and is yet another proof of stake token, basically meaning that APY is generated upon the amount staked. They're awaiting some more features to be released soon, so it's looking positive. When looking at the chart, again, because it's proof of stake, large levels of volatility here. Some really large wicks to the upside and the downside. It's expected to be seen acting like this because it's proof of stake, and when liquidity is removed from the pool, obviously the price will decrease, and this can happen in large or small amounts, so it's to be expected. In terms of short-term technicals, we've got a double bottom formed here and here at a key level of support after the retracement. So what we're expecting to see is a move upwards and potentially an inverse head and shoulders to form here. So we're expecting a move back up to the upside, hopefully to challenge this previous high up here. Taking a look at CKB and the Nervous network. The Nervous network aims to connect all the blockchains in an ability to access all of them through theirs. As you can see here, access to any asset of any blockchain, and operate any decentralized apps from any wallet or solution. They're staking themselves as the new nervous system to the future economy, and it's based on a proof of work mining system, in the way that they will release their tokens. So looking at the chart for CKB, we can see they're a long way off their all-time high up here, but they are starting to creep back into an uptrend, as you can see from this cross here. So because of this, it would be a very interesting coin to be going long in at the moment and looking at buy trades. There is a small head and shoulders pattern here. However, I'm not confident that this is showing anything. What I'm more interested in is this large cup and handle sort of pattern here, because we are down at this major level of support for CKB, as you can see right here. Because of that, I don't see a trend reversal of the head and shoulders doing much here. It's more likely for me to be seeing some further bullish action. Taking a look at the Farm token, Farm is backed by the Harvest Finance liquidity pool. Effectively, they're a large liquidity pool where the price of Farm is backed by a proof of stake validation. So the more that is staked in their large liquidity pool, the more the price goes up for the Farm token. Here on the Farm USDT chart, there's not a lot to say in terms of technicals because it's a proof of stake token. It is quite volatile and not necessarily subject to the same technical scrutiny as other tokens can be because they may rely on supply and demand. So we're on the Binance chart here on TradingView, and because it recently only came onto Binance, there's not a lot of information here, and because our APIs run from Binance, we're awaiting some more information here on the technicals. We do have some open positions already in the farm token, capitalizing initially on this big spurt upwards, and now it is retraced all the way back down to the 200. We are expecting some long action to the upside here. Taking a look at Phantom now, and they're a very interesting coin as they are a smart contract platform that look to provide solutions to minting new coins as well as trading and lending. They can process thousands of transactions per second, and they are compatible with Ethereum. So Ethereum decentralized applications can run on their platform. Instant transfers as well as really, really low fees. They're a very impressive network in that sense. Easy to develop on as well. The technical aspect of them, they've currently equaled their all-time high over here. So it's a very wary area because a lot of liquidity here was grabbed up on the way up. So it's one to be careful of, to look out for a double top here, and potentially a significant bearish retrace to the downside, maybe equaling this level. So it's not quite open for a trade yet, but it is worth watching for the coming weeks. GRT is a token that is backed by the Graph network. The Graph network is effectively a protocol that works to help index the new version of the Web 3. It runs on its own blockchain, and it's looking to provide the cheapest and most reliable way to access the crypto economy. It's already got some big names running on it, such as Uniswap and Decentraland. They're backed by Coinbase Ventures, CoinFund and Stakefish, amongst many others. They're seen as a pretty solid project that is good for investment. On the chart for GRT USDT, we can see on the 4-hour chart that this pattern here for head and shoulders has formed. So it was very sloppily drawn, but that is a head and shoulders pattern, indicating some bearish activity. This 50 period is also moving very rapidly towards the 200 period moving average, so an important level to watch is this support, which could get broken at the 200 MA, which is around 83 cents for GRT. Alternatively though, we are seeing price begin to break above the 50 period moving average here, currently sitting at around 91 cents. So in this case, the technicals of the head and shoulder may not be playing out the way we expected. However, long positions that we do have open as we've been monitoring this live are still paying off. We're yet to see a break below this neckline of the head and shoulders. As soon as that neckline is broken, we'll be planning to exit any grids. This is a look at the Internet Computer Protocol. Internet Computer Protocol is backed largely by the Divinity Foundation. It runs on its own blockchain, and here you can see the blocks per second is around 22. it's a very, very impressive system they've got running here. They have, as you can see, versions of Reddit, which is their Discover, a version of LinkedIn running on their blockchain, NFTs, and open chat. It's super impressive, easy to develop on. They actually have their own programming language in the form of the Motoko to help developers to develop apps on their blockchain, decentralized apps. The Internet Computer Protocol, much like other tokens such as Ethereum, for example, are distributed based on validating transactions of data on their blockchain. So it's a classic sort of version 2 cryptocurrency in that sense. Here on the 1 hour chart, I'll actually zoom out to the 4 hour chart. We're looking at a bullish impulsive move here with some nice sideways movement. This is sort of optimal entry area where we'd be looking to put a grid and enter grid trades in anticipation of a move further up. So overall looking quite bullish for ICP. It experienced a large downtrend here, so we're expecting some accumulation phases to start happening here in the technicals, and for the bullish momentum to continue to the upside, especially after this inverse head and shoulders pattern here, which is a well-known bullish reversal pattern. So yeah. Finally, we're taking a look at MATIC and their Polygon platform. Their Polygon platform is basically there to connect all of Ethereum's blockchains and create an Ethereum ecosystem. It is hampered by high gas fees, however it's got amazing upside potential due to the growing popularity of developing in the Ethereum network and blockchain. Taking a look at the technical side of MATIC, it's not near its all-time high, however we are looking at a rejection of this head and shoulders pattern. So what it looks like on most of our coins that we've looked at is we're seeing head and shoulders patterns such as this coming to the 200 and being rejected. And this is very interesting because usually that's a reversal pattern. What's more likely to happen is we're going to see a move up to form a double top, because this coincides with an interesting level of resistance over here. Because of that, it's likely that we'll see this move here continue upwards before it forms a double top, and we see potentially another move down below the 200 period moving average before a bull market for MATIC resumes in earnest. Moving on to look at Sandcoin and the Sandbox. Sandcoin is a token that basically governs this sandbox game built on the Ethereum blockchain. It's the basis of all the interaction and transactions within the game, and also is used for the value transfers and staking and things such as that. It's got a limited supply of 3 billion, and yeah, it allows users to create NFTs and sell their assets from the game, and also stake their sand to generate yearly yields. Its token is distributed on the network based on the economy of the game, so much like the Alice token. In terms of the technicals here, we're seeing what looks like a new all-time high recently reached, so what we would expect is a retrace of this to potentially around 0.8 or 0.95 before looking at some long trades to be entered. We can see here that during the crypto market downturn, it nearly reached its bottom before the large spike. So what we're hoping for is a smaller retracement before a continued bull run for sand. On to VChain and its token VET. VChain is an interesting one because it's its own blockchain network along with Thor, which aims to provide developer tools and also services based on their blockchain. So simply, they're providing a blockchain service to cater for the everyday needs of business in the world. So like food safety standards, sustainability, and renewable energy. They are providing the services related to these needs of society. So its token is, I think, a validation proof of work. And as we can see from the technicals, on the 4-hour chart, we have actually had a very large cup and handle reversal pattern here, effectively already breaking out. So ideally a grid would be open here, and then we'd be following our trades upwards in order to capture the breakout of VChain.